What's up guys, Houndish here, and today I wanted to jump in and clarify some stuff about the faction rally inside of January. So there have been quite a few issues that people have had with this particular faction rally, including the lack of new DLC weapons that are available via the engrams. On top of this, Bungie have throttled rewards that drop from Lost Sector chests. There's even been controversy about unlocking some of the ornaments, and so far it feels like the first faction rally of 2018 has been a relatively negative experience, or one which has been responded to fairly negatively by a number of people. Now, Bungie have actually come out and given us some clarification about Season 2 faction rally rewards and exactly what is going on with the weapons. So I just wanted to break that down, let you guys know exactly what Bungie are doing, what the plan is here. So this is what they said. With the release of Curse of Osiris, each faction has received 5 new weapons. These weapons become available over the course of the season and cannot be earned through faction engrams immediately. In the first faction rally of Season 2, there is a new auto rifle available as the winner's offering. No new faction weapons are available through faction engrams. In the second faction rally of Season 2, the winner's offering is updated to a new weapon. Additionally, the previous winner's offering and an additional weapon are added to faction engram rewards. The final faction rally of the season will follow this functionality. The winner's offerings will be updated to a final weapon that is yet to be featured. The previous winner's offering will be added to the faction engram rewards alongside an additional weapon. This brings the total to 4 weapons within the faction engram and a final winner's offering for factions to compete for over the course of the event. So essentially, there is no bug. Some people have been speculating that perhaps it's just a glitch and that's the reason that these weapons aren't dropping. That is not the case. Bungie have intentionally time-gated the content that they've got here. So initially, I just wanted to clarify that that is exactly what Bungie are doing. A lot of people have an issue with this. It is worth pointing out that these aren't weapons we were ever promised, so to speak. We found these weapons in the database. We knew they existed. Bungie hadn't said, hey, you're going to get them at this point in time, for example. But I think the reason that there is this kind of response right now is that people are desperate for content in the game. There are a multitude of issues. We're getting constant updates from Bungie about the problems with Destiny 2, and then when this faction rally comes around, a lot of people are expecting to see a wider set of new rewards, particularly from the weapons, and we're not seeing them because, of course, the content rolls out over the season. So, like I said, I think that people are frustrated at the lack of content and they wanted more from this event. I personally believe that Bungie should have tried a little bit harder with this one, to throw an additional couple of weapons in, and if that meant that later in this season they had to, get a couple more weapons made up or built or whatever and added to the inventory, then I personally think that should have been on Bungie to do. They should have really looked at the situation, said, hey, it's not been a good few weeks, has it? People are desperate for content. Let's go out of our way to make sure that this event lands and, is relatively successful. I personally think that Bungie could have, put that little bit more effort in to appease the people who have already done, this faction rally, 2 months ago or whatever it was now. But I think on top of that, the fact that we've got things like the Lost Sectors actually having a 10-minute lockout whenever you open 2 within a 10-minute period is definitely something which players weren't expected to see. And the fact that that affects ornaments and things like that as well. There's one where you have to actually farm loot from Lost Sectors, and of course the chests aren't dropping stuff if you farm them continuously, so that's taking longer than some people would expect. And I think generally, it's just been a bit of a frustrating experience. I think Bungie could have had some more elegant solutions going into this particular event. So we are going to have to wait until the next faction rally to actually see more of the weapons. I'm really hoping that we're not going to see a similar thing in Iron Banner this time around. And I think based on, the reaction here, Bungie should definitely take note and make sure that in the Iron Banner there is a wealth of new weapons. But there we go, guys. That is the official information that we have from Bungie. I don't mean to rant or complain. I know that some people right now are really frustrated and they don't really mind me complaining. Other people don't want to hear me, constantly repeat, these same kinds of things about Bungie. But of course, they are constantly repeating mistakes and kind of failing to recognize issues in certain areas, especially when the community is very sensitive, I just feel like more could have been done to avoid this kind of response. But those are the facts, guys. You'll have to let me know what you think down below. Of course, I am just a conduit of information, but I hope you have found this quick update useful. If you have, a rating below is very very much appreciated. Be sure to let me know your thoughts. Also, quick shout out to my sponsor Beast. You should check out their custom snapbacks and hats if that sounds interesting to you guys. Then you can follow the links in the description below. For now though, I appreciate you watching and I'll catch you very soon.